All right, so if you want to learn how to get more done in one day than people normally get done in a whole week, this is the video for you. So today is all about how we can use to-do lists and how we can break down our projects and plan out our days to make sure that we are super productive. So to start off with, we have two different elements that we're going to kind of use. You can use your own list, you can use your journal, you can use blank pieces of paper, whatever you need. So what you do need is you're going to need a to-do list, and then we're also going to need a weekly planner, okay? And of course, if you've got, I want some wonderful, beautiful stationery, okay? So some nice, beautiful pens that are going to inspire you to write and to get creative and to get yourself really focused. So to start off with, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to write out every single task that you need to do. So on my to-do list, I'm going to write down every single task that I need to get done, okay? If you fill up a new page, like whatever you need to do, just get it out of your head and onto the page. So you want to fill out all the different bits and pieces, and then what you also want to do is make sure that you're breaking it down. So for example, I might have a task here, but then I'm breaking it down and I've got two kind of subtasks underneath it. Totally fine. So make sure you're breaking it down into small achievable chunks, okay? Really important that we do that. We don't just want to sit there and put there like create ebook, for example. What do you need to do to create that ebook? Maybe you need to plan it out. Then you need to decide what the content is. Then you need to write the content. Do you need to take photos? Do you need to organize a photo shoot? Do you need to organize a graphic designer? Do you need to organize someone to format the book? Then are you going to sell it? Are you going to decide on how much you're going to sell it for? Is it a freebie? There's so many things involved in that. So you want to really break that down into the 5 or 10 steps that I just described there. So break down all of your projects into tasks. So really small tasks that you can get done in less than an hour, okay? So break things down as much as you need to. So instead of just writing, 15 blog posts, maybe you need to write one blog, draft second blog, publish first blog, whatever it might be, okay? So breaking it all down, all right? And then down the bottom, I just use these. I've got these nice little beautiful columns on my to-do list, which is about priorities and for later. I just use that as my notes for later on. I don't really use that as my priorities or anything like that. I also like to include house things as well, so anything you need to do in terms of your household tasks like groceries, cleaning the house, that kind of stuff, okay? So what you're going to do now is have a look at all of your work tasks, your projects, whatever it might be that you've broken down and you've added to your to-do list, okay? You're going to number them by importance. So down the side, I give them a number. So number 1 being the most important, you want to get it done straight away. And then down to, I've got 15 here on my list. I've got 15 different things that are on my to-do list that I want to get done for this week, okay? So I've got my 15 different things and I've numbered them 1 to 15. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go back through, and any ones that we've numbered that we enjoy, that we want to do, that kind of bring you joy, light you up, all those kinds of things, I want you to circle them. So over here, I've circled 2 of them. Although they're number 10 and 11, I've circled them because they're something that I really enjoy. So they're not necessarily my top priority, but they're something I really enjoy and that I want to do more of. So I've circled those, yeah? So now you're finished with your to-do list. Now, of course, you can go back to it. You can break things down as you're going through and making sure that everything on there is something that aligns with you. Now what you're going to do is grab your planner or start a new page in your journal. So start your planner. So I've got here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, got all the days of the week that go on through. So what we're going to start off with is each day you're going to choose 3 things, only 3, that you must do that day. So I have a look at my to-do list and I'm going to get number 1, number 2, and number 3, and I'm going to place them on Monday. Why? Because Monday is generally going to be one of our most productive days, okay? As you get towards the end of the week, you're going to be a Friday afternoon, you're meant to be doing something important. Maybe it's got something to do with a client or getting, applying for like an award, for example. Those are things that kind of get left towards the end of the week, and then they never end up getting done because Friday afternoon, things happen, emergencies come up, maybe you need to go and do something with your family, whatever it might be. Things happen all the time. So we want to make sure that life's not getting in the way of our priorities. So we're going to start with numbers 1 to 3 and place them on Monday. Now we don't want to do any more than 3. Okay, 3 is a really, really good number. So 1 to 3 in our Monday. Then you're going to do the next 3 in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so forth. Okay. If you work on a Saturday and a Sunday, that's great. You can pop them in. For me, they're mostly blank because I'm not going to be doing any work on the Saturday and Sunday that is going to be on my business. So for you, it might be a little bit different. Maybe you work Monday, through to Friday, or you might work on the weekends, whatever it needs to be for you. You just make sure that you pop that in. So what we're going to do now is, after we've done that, what we want to do is, you've got your home tasks as well. So I pop them in the for later column on my to-do list. So I've got them up here in my for later column. What we're going to do is pop them in as well. So I've used a different color. I've used my light blue color for those ones. So as I go through, I pop them in on Wednesdays, and I've also got them in on Sundays, because those are the 2 days that I do my housework. So I might be doing some vacuuming, I might be doing the washing of the clothes, I might be doing some food prep, whatever it might be. Those are the 2 days that I've set apart. So we're going to make sure that we're batching our tasks. We don't want to do a little bit every single day, because it can exhaust us, and by the time we get to the end of the week, we're just completely done, we're exhausted, we've had enough, we're kind of sick of those tasks. So I want to make sure that as we go through, we are batching our time. So you're going to make sure that you have 1 to 3 projects that you've broken down into little tasks. So you've got 3 tasks every day that you must do, okay? Then you might have your home tasks, which you're going to have 1 to 3, okay? So we should have no more than probably 3 or 4 tasks on each day. Now that's all you want for now, okay? So of course we're going to get more than 3 to 4 things done. We all do, but we want to make sure that that is our main priorities. So what we're going to do is we're going to break them all down and have them all in. Then what I want you to do is go in and fill in your hobbies, okay? So for me, it's exercise, okay? I love teaching, and I also love participating in exercise. So over on each one, if I'm teaching, it's in red, and if it's purple, it means that that's a workout that I am participating in as a participant. So as you go through, you're going to put those in as well. Okay, so soon you're going to end up filling up your whole list, right? You've got your work tasks, you've got your home tasks, and you've also got your hobbies, okay? And then what we want to do is, as we go through, we end up having this nice, beautiful week of exactly what we're going to do. As we've gone through, what we're going to do is cross things off, give them a nice tick. Cross things off, give them a nice tick. Now, really important, at the end of the week, what we want to make sure that we're doing is, at the end of the week, you want to make sure everything has a cross through it, even if it doesn't have a tick. Now, what we want to make sure that we're doing is, we're not getting into our head that we're behind and that we're falling off the wagon, all that kind of stuff, that we're not up to date on what we should be doing. So it's really important to do this. What you do is you just cross them off, and then you write them. I've got a nice beautiful column here saying it's called next week. All right, and it's just saying all the things that I need to move into next week. Or what you can do is just start your next kind of weekly planner, and if you want to, start writing them down into the next week, or using your to-do list. So what I like to do is, I actually like to, instead of placing it straight into my planner for next week, because I like to do it in one big batch. So I usually do it on a Friday afternoon, or I do it on a Sunday evening. What I want to do is, I want to make a new list every week of exactly what I want to get done, and then I'll fill it in as it goes. So if something on here isn't going to get done this week, I move it straight back onto my to-do list, and then I pop it onto my next planner. So I never feel behind. I never feel like I am not doing enough, because you are doing so much and you are doing so well, and you need to acknowledge yourself for that. So that's what we're going to do for our planner. We're going to make sure that we go through. Now, one really, really beautiful way to get lots done, and to make sure that you are getting more done than anyone else in your team, at your work, in your home, whatever it might be, is a really beautiful technique. So this is a nice little productivity hack for you. So it's called the Pomodoro technique. And the Pomodoro technique basically makes you work for a certain amount of time, and then you rest for a certain amount of time. So you're always making sure that you get your mental breaks. You're not going to be grabbing for your phone. You're not going to be grabbing for snacks and going to the cupboard all the time and rechecking the fridge for the 10th time that day, especially for those of us who are working from home. So you want to make sure that you use the Pomodoro technique. So you can have a Google, have a look into it. It is a beautiful, wonderful technique. Pomodoro translates to tomato in English. I'm not sure why it's called the Pomodoro technique, but have a look into it and find out why for yourself. And then what you're going to do is, you can install it on your computer. So for your browser, we want to be using Google Chrome, and it's a Google Chrome extension called the Pomodoro timer, and you can install it, and then what you do is basically just turn it on and press start work, and then you go through and you do whatever you need to do, whether it's typing up, whether it's your recording of a video, could be absolutely anything. And then once you're done, it will come up and it will tell you, go and take a break, okay? You can also get it as an app on your phone, so you can download the app, the Pomodoro timer. I'm fairly certain it's a free app. There's many different apps you can use for productivity, but that's a really brilliant one. So the Pomodoro technique, it is absolutely wonderful for productivity, and I really hope that you choose to look into that one. So that's it for this week, okay? So I want to make sure that as we go through, we're filling up our to-do list. We then move it over into our weekly planner, making sure that we're getting 3 things done every day. And of course, we can add in the things that we enjoy. Okay, we're going to make sure that we pop them in as we go along. So you might have 3 important tasks which you're going to get done, and then you might get 2 tasks that you enjoy. So you should have max of about 5 tasks for your work. Then you have your evening home tasks. So it might be your cleaning the house, might be doing some exercise, whatever it might be. Just make sure that you're getting that routine in place and making sure that you're scheduling them all in. And then finally, we want to make sure that as we're going through, we're crossing them out, we're ticking them off. And even if we don't get that done, that's okay. We move it onto our to-do list for next time. And then as we go through our next planner, we make sure it gets captured then. So nothing ever gets left. All right, anything that's important is going to get done. You're going to be super productive. And then you're also never going to feel like you're not doing enough. You're never going to feel behind because you are doing so much wonderful things and we need to start celebrating that. So this is the most wonderful way that I get more done in one day than most people get done in a whole week. And I hope that you use it too. That's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and then head over to the website, which will be in the comments below. So head on to the link and make sure that you sign up so that you get updates on when we send out our new videos. That's it from me, team. Big love. Mwah.